little bit better, isn't it? Get wobbling around too much with them axle stands. I didn't like that, so I thought, well, I'll stick it on the ramps. Much better. So let's have a look under here. Should be able to show you what the trouble was, what one was leaking. Oh, yeah. Right, you can see where them cable ties have gone around the filter and in there. They're still going to leak, but I need to take the pipe off in order to go and be able to get a new one. So I've got to take the tank down anyway to put the pump in, so I just take that pipe off and then I'll get one from the shop. So I'm not going to be able to drive this today anyway, but that's what was leaking. That one that goes into the filter there, it's the one that was leaking. For now those cable ties are holding it on, but yeah, so we'll have to see what it looks like when I get it off. But now there's one bolt up there, hopefully you can see there's a bolt up there. I'll take that off and then that loosens off the straps that hold the tank up, and I can take it down and we can have a look inside. So there we are, one petrol tank. Took me about 6 years to get it out, because mainly because of the lack of space and the fact that I don't have a lift or anything. I've got to do everything like that, and it's all about 2mm from my face. But these were a pain to get off, and I couldn't get the clip off. I've broken the bloody clip. But this pump, what's in here, is a brand new pump. I only put it in about 2 or 3 years ago. It's brand new, it is. But never mind. So I'm going to drain all the petrol out, put it in a can, and then I'll switch the pumps over. Right, a bit of a jump cut there. Now this is the box containing the new pump. I have had a quick look inside. So it was packed a lot better than this. It come from Demon Performance. Now they're supposed to be an RS specialist apparently. Even SCC Performance recommended me to them, and I thought it was quite funny when I unboxed this, and I noticed that they used SCC Performance tape, so they'd obviously ordered something from SCC Performance. This is bloody RS specialist. Don't understand unless they work together as a team, perhaps. Now in here we've got our pump, which is a DW65C 151030, if that makes any difference to any of you lot. It's supposed to be an uprated 265 litre per hour pump. So now the interesting thing, I don't understand why this is here. It's supposed to be a direct fit, but it does come with a fitting kit, which I just assumed was some new clips as we get here and a new filter, which we've got. But it come with a fitting kit. Now, get a little bit of paper that comes with it, tells you a load of stuff. in-tank fuel pump, blah blah blah, and it tells you, it basically just tells you like the amperages, what it pulls, and you know what it can do, what it does, etc. If you want to read that, I don't know, pulls or whatever. Electrical connector, yeah. So there's nothing particularly interesting on there, it's all just good stuff. Apparently it can power an engine up to 1,050 horsepower. It's interesting, isn't it? I'm not going to be anywhere near that. I'm going to be lucky if I get over 250. Anyway, what have we got here? Another bit of paper. Universal fitment, blah blah blah. Requires tools. I meant to have safety goggles. Well, I ain't got them. Anyway, prior to install specific fuel pump kit, you must read the instructions. Well, I can't read, so I'm just gonna have to leave that out. Yeah, that's all. Yeah, we've got a few O-rings and some super lube synthetic grease here. Right, so we'll get that out. New clips there, new filter there, a pump and all that kind of stuff. Right, so we'll stick all that back in there. Right. Let's get to taking the old pump out of this tank. I can't remember how I did this. Believe it or not, when I done it the first time, when I changed this pump, because this is a standard Ford one, it cost me like 300 quid, and this uprated one was 125, and it was 150 with the VAT and shipping. So this £300 fuel pump's only been in here, it's probably only got about 150 miles on it, you know, because it's been in the car about 3 years, but I don't ever drive the car. Every time I drive it, something breaks. So that was a waste of money. However, I can always change that, I suppose. You know, not change it, what am I on about? I can always sell it, that's what I'm trying to say. So how do we get this out of here then? I can't remember how I've done it now. Ooh. I don't want to break anything. I don't want to ruin my sender. I want to make sure I've still got my fuel gauge afterwards and all that rubbish. I don't want to be breaking that, that's for sure. I would be disappointed. I like having a working fuel gauge. Oh, there we go. Right, that's that out. It's nice and clean in there, that's for sure. There's no rubbish in there. Right, let's got ourselves a towel to put this on. Right, let's move along and have a look. Right, so it's become obvious. This is the fuel gauge sensor, by the way. It's a float here, and it floats up and down. What was I going to say? Yeah, so it's now becoming obvious as to why I need this different connector that comes with the new one. I'm going to have to put a couple of spades on here which go onto this, because this original pump has a smaller connector on it. So I need to take these off. I wonder if I can take these hoses off. I don't want to break them, man, because that's what I always do. I go to change something and I end up breaking other stuff, and then I end up having to fix other stuff I don't want to be bloody fixing. So let's get this out of the way then. The last thing I want to be doing is breaking something else in here. It's only going to cost me more money. And all I'm trying to do is get this so that it can be usable, you know, because this fuel pump, it can't keep up with the demand for fuel at the moment. I know it's running rich, but the AFRs, the air fuel ratios are high at the moment, and like when you're actually driving, and I'm wondering, I'm not doing this to try and fix the misfire, but it might be contributing to the misfire. I know putting a new plug in it, and I know that number 4, the plug for some reason keeps dying. There's obviously a trouble there, but I am wondering whether it's getting too hot, you know, whether it's running lean on number 4. I don't know why it would be, but unless the injectors had it. I've got another set of injectors. I've got a few spare sets of injectors actually, so I don't know, we'll have to have a look. Now this could end up, I need to get me side cutters Alright, let's get rid of this. There's a cable tie here holding all this together. I'll get rid of that. That's it. And that can... I'll take that clip off of there. There's petrol everywhere now, man. I spilt it all when I was trying to empty the tank. Oh. God, they don't like to make things easy, do they, eh? What's the matter with these people, man? You cock! Pushing the wrong side of it, that's why. God. Don't know what that's all about. What on earth I was doing there. Right, so I've got to remember, look at it like that. The black one goes that side, red one goes that side. Right, we looked at that. The black one goes that side, red one goes that side. We know that now. Because I've got to make me new ones, haven't I? So how do we get this pump out of here then? Stopping that then. Ah, it is that. It was the sender unit stopping it. There we go. Right. There we go. There's our little pot. There's our old pump. There's our new pump. We've got a new little filter and all. This is like 300 odd quid. It's ridiculous, man. And this thing is supposed to be the answer to all the problems. Where's our new filter? Well, that ain't much good, is it? That ain't no good. That's not going to fit in there like that, is it? God, what are these people all about? These are meant to be professionals that sell these. Bloody idiots. I'm going to have to use this one, aren't I? I have to use this one off of here. How do we get this off of here then? So, where we are, we're at a stage now where I can't go any further. What happened was, let's have a look. This is a typical thing that would happen to me. I can't see it happening to anyone else. So I've got these here. I had to search around. I've got a box of them somewhere. A box of these. But I can't find them. So I tried to take these ones off without like damaging them. But I couldn't get them off. And I could have split them apart. And I just thought, So what I tried to do was I tried to solder it on. The electric soldering iron wouldn't work. So I got my gas one out. And it just wouldn't solder to that. I cleaned it up and made sure there weren't any remnants of any oil or petrol left on there. There's a bit of petrol on the carpet what set fire, but that was alright. It went out after a few minutes. So it wouldn't solder on there, it wouldn't stay on there. There's the bit what I cut off, and it just wouldn't solder. So I'm gonna have to go and buy some more of these. I've got to go and buy another one of these lines anyway, because that one's got a bit of a pinch in it, and so's the one that's still in the car. So I was hoping to get the pump in and put this back and put the tank back together, and then all I've got to do is do the outside wire and all that. But I'm not going to. I can't put this in. I can't put this on, so I'm going to have to leave it apart until I can go and get some spade connectors. But that was typical thing that was happened to me. So what can you do? It's the way that it goes. I'm not going to lie. I am very disappointed. I know I wasn't going to be able to drive it today because I've got to get that other. I've got to take this off, and I knew they were broken anyway. And plus, I got an oldie, but that's a separate matter. But I was hoping to at least get the pump in and put the tank back together, So the pump's in, screwed on, tank is together, and all that has to be done is tank's got to be put on the car then. So I'm a bit disappointed in this whole situation here, but it is what it is. There's nothing I can do about it. So I'm gonna have to wait another 2 weeks now before I can get anywhere near a shop, because well, I've just so much to do in work and everything. So it'll be another 2 weeks before I can get anywhere near a shop and go and buy what I need to buy. And there's only one shop that can get me that, so hopefully they'll be open, and hopefully I won't have to do a bit of rushing around. But yeah, that's the end of that bit. I think here somewhere, it's the other set of injectors I've got. These are, does it say what they are on them? I think they're 750cc, these ones, whereas the ones that are in it are 630. So what's going on here? Camera's just about to run out of battery, so it's had enough of trying to focus anyway. So we've got some numbers there. I think these are 750cc. I can't remember. I did put them on Decker. Yeah, I did put them in, but it wouldn't tick over. It wouldn't tick over with these in, and there was far too much fuel going in. Why have I only got 3? Oh, there's the other one, not 4. Yeah, I did put them in, but it didn't work. And at that time, I only had the standard turbo. So when I went to go and get it mapped for the first time, they said, well, when you put the bigger turbo on, you can put them 750 injectors in and it'll be alright. We can map it. Yeah, so I was going to just leave them in, but it wouldn't tick over with these in. Put the other ones back in, it tick over again. There's too much fuel going in, so that's them. So I've got backup ones if the other ones I have had it. I'm not going to get the standard ones that are in it. Well, they're not standard, but they're 630. I know that for a fact. I don't think 630 is standard. I can't remember now. Oh man, it's since 2011 when I started messing around with all this stuff. But yeah, so I've got backup ones. I won't get the other ones rebuilt if number 4 has had it or is on its way out. I won't do that. I'll just put these ones in, and I'll just have to go and get it mapped. But really, the only thing stopping me from getting it mapped now is this pump, because that standard pump down there, it couldn't. Well, I knew that it was going to be a bit weak anyway when you demanded more out of it, but nobody would even attempt to map it with that pump. They all wanted an uprated pump in it before they would even go anywhere near it. So that's the only thing that's stopping me from getting it mapped. So, you know, once I get this sorted out, I've marked the black and the red there so I don't forget. So once I get that sorted out, we'll be away, hopefully. I thought I'd try and put this on here so I can put these screws back in I've got here. And unless I'm doing something seriously wrong here, this doesn't even fit, because that hits on this connector here, because it's a larger connector than the one on the other pump. So it doesn't even fit. So it's not a straight fit at all. It's things like this that do get on my nerves a bit. If anything gets on my nerves, it's when people say stuff and it ain't true. This is supposed to be a straight fit. It's supposed to fit in here, a straight fit replacement for the original. That's the original. This is the one I've just put on. Now I bought this from a so-called Focus RS specialist. You know, I don't understand what's going on in this world. I really don't. So I've just spent 3 hours taking the tank down and doing all this, and it doesn't even fit. So, not to mention the amount of money that it cost. So Demon Performance, you know, it's a bit like race spec. Bloody blogging me. Demon Performance selling crap. What's going on here then, eh? What is going on in the world? I don't understand it. I really don't. So I've put, hold on a minute, let's cut that off. I've put the original pump back in. It wasn't broken or anything, I just needed to change it so I could get it mapped. That's the only reason. And the original pump's not actually broken, like I said, it's a brand new pump. But, so I've put that back on. Now I'm going to have to go and, this is as far as I want it to get, but with the new pump. This is as far as I want it to get. So, I've got the pump in, it's in the tank. I'm just trying to screw this rather stubborn little thing that holds it down on. I need to get those out really. I need to get new ones. I think that one's just a return. It's got a kink in it though. Shouldn't have kinks in them really. So this is as far as I want it to get anyway, and I've got this far. There we go. So now it is a waiting game now really, because I'm going to have to go down the shop, the good one. It's like a family run shop, the one that I go to. So I'm going to go down there. Which one is nice and tight? Don't want that leaking, do we? Get new one of these little pipes, because this one's got a kink in it. It's got a kink there. You see that probably. This one's got a kink just there. And the one that's on the car that comes from this one, you got this one here, and then you have a filter on the end of that, like there, and then there's another pipe that comes off. Well, that's the one that goes off to the injectors. Well, that one's got a kink in it as well, so I need to get a new one of those. So this is as far as I could have got anyway. It's a bit frustrating. You know, this pump's supposed to have been a straight fit, so it says on their website, you know, straight fit for Mark 1 Focus RS, straight fit from the original pump. Well, what a load of bollocks, man. Never mind, these things happen. Well, earlier on, I've got a few here. Earlier on, I spilt all my sockets. Wrong corner. I spilt all my sockets, 732, and now, before the only one I was missing was the 8mm out of this side, 8mm. But now I'm missing a 532 and a 7mm. So. Oh man, this day is progressively getting worse and worse and worse. I can tell you that now. And I'm missing the 9mm spanner out the top and all. What's going on in this world, eh? Now it's interesting because it's just quite old. But I know this was in a pile of dirt, and the pile of dirt was put there in the early 80s. Now this pile of dirt's recently been dug into, and I found this just sitting like a bit in on the dirt, and I pulled it out, and it's definitely an old can because it's got the old style lid on it, and inside it is a bit of engine oil. It's smells like 1540, so obviously someone had a bit of engine oil in it at some point. It's got something written on it in marker pen, but you can't read that anymore. Made by that company there, whatever that says. But what I found was interesting, because I thought to myself, well, I know that pile of dirt was put there in the 80s, so I wonder if this is from the 80s. And I was looking at this, right, I'm trying to see if I can find a date when it was manufactured, and there's a few numbers on here. There's one that says 1982, or is that 62? I think it says 82. But there's also, well, that's just a number. I think that says 80. But anyway, if we look here, it's got a load of stuff, and then it's got the 10th of the 3rd, 1984. So it'll be the 10th of, what's the 3rd? 3rd March, April. So it's the 10th of March. 10th of March. Oh, is it April, March? No, April, May, April. I don't know. I think it's March. 84. So I'm hoping that's the date of when it was made. Because if it is, that means it's been in there, what, I don't know, how many years? 20 something years? Been sat in that dirt? With a little bit of engine oil sat in it? I think that's quality. This is going to be my new can. This is going to be my new petrol can. This is. I like this one with that lid. I mean, they don't make them like they used to. I know this is plastic, but the metal ones are better. But this is a much better style of lid than the ones what they put on them nowadays. All a load of rubbish. They was cross-thread and they was fall apart. This is a nice sturdy plastic can. So whether it is from the 80s or whether it's not, it's bloody cool, man. I like it a lot.